Live on DAZN September 14th, Canelo versus Berlanga. A legendary boxing rivalry, Mexico against Puerto Rico.
You're gonna feel so much pain.
Canelo has been destructive through the division, with win after win after win.
You will see.
But a fearless Berlanga is ready and coming for all the belts, unbeaten and hungry. On Mexican Independence Weekend, Canelo versus Berlanga, September 14th, live on DAZN with English and Spanish commentary. Buy now at DAZN.com.
Marcus Hayes, Fight Hub TV here with the guy. You see him, still elusive, still lean, man, always in shape, Mr. Berto. Andre, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, out here, man, just feeling blessed. Moving and shaking, trying to see what's good with this fight, man. Just enjoying my time.
Canelo Alvarez, Edgar Berlanga, getting ready to lock horns. Berlanga stepping up to the big time. What do you think Berlanga has to do to not fall victim like the rest of the guys that step up against Canelo?
I mean, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot, man. I mean, Berlanga's definitely stepping up to a whole nother. He's definitely stepping up to a whole nother league. This is what he asked for. This is what he asked for. That's one thing about it. When it comes to this fight game, man. Like I said, a lot of these kids, they ask for it, and once they get it, they got to step up to the plate. It's a lot of factors that are going to play because Berlanga, he's dealing with experience. He's dealing with a whole different type of atmosphere that he's used to. So he's gonna have to get in his bag. He's gonna have to get in his bag this weekend, man, and try to figure it out.
As far as Canelo Alvarez goes, usually pretty calm and cool and collected and very respected and respectable toward his opponents. A couple weeks ago in Beverly Hills, let Berlanga and the crew know, basically, I'm not going to show you any compassion. There will be no mercy on you, so don't get my smile confused today. What do you think about a message like that to a young fighter like Berlanga stepping up for the first time?
I mean, it is what it is, brother. I mean, at the end of the day, this is the fight game. This is the fight game. That's one thing about a square circle. It's going to call your bluff real quick. If you're doing a lot of talking and just feel like that you're that guy, okay, now you got the stage. Now you got the stage, so he can't put himself in that position and just feel fear just because of these words. You got to go in there and handle your business. You know what I mean? This is the big leagues now. And this is what he's asked for, and now he's going to get it. Now it's time for him to step up to the plate. You know what I mean? And show everybody what he's made of, period.
Kind of the line in the sand there. He's getting ready to find out who he is in the word of Motorhead there.
Yeah. You're going to find out the truth real quick. Like I said, that's what I love about the fight game is it doesn't matter what you're saying. It doesn't matter what you do in training or your team or your loved ones that's around you. You're going to have to get in there in front of all those people, just you and him, and you're going to really find out what you're made of. What you're made of. In the heat of that fire, under those lights, that's when you find out what you're made of. So we're going to see what Berlanga's made of on Saturday.
And we've seen you before step up to the ultimate level versus a guy like Floyd Mayweather. Talk to me about what is it like. All of us watch Mayweather fights. We watch all the fights with Mayweather. You've watched all those fights. I'm sure that everybody's watched Canelo's fights. Berlanga's watched all Canelo's fights. What is it like stepping in there with a guy that you've seen execute time and time again?
It's a different type of skill level, of course. But for me, myself, and like I said, I've known Floyd since I've been 16 years old. I've had, a lot of interactions with Floyd. I've watched him since I was a kid. So I already knew what he was going to bring to the table skill-wise. Me, myself, I really was getting ready for the mental battle of the atmosphere that he was going to bring with him. Because I knew that was going to be different. I know that fanfare. I knew, the entourage, the lights, the fans, the filled-up stadium. All of that shit can kind of bring a different type of pressure toward you that can break you as a young fighter. You know what I'm saying? So that's really my thing that I was really training myself mentally to get ready for the circus that he was going to bring to the table. So, like I said, same thing on Berlanga. It's a different capacity of different things that he's going to have to prepare for. Yes, he has to get ready for Canelo's skills and his power, but he also has to get ready for the atmosphere that Canelo's about to bring as well.
Not just hot because of the fire, it's hot because of the fire that burns inside of Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, a great finisher in his own right. Berlanga, though, a great finisher in his own right, maybe versus limited competition, as some say. What do you think he has to do early to gain the respect of Canelo Alvarez? How do you gain Canelo's respect?
I think you have to step to Canelo. I think you have to step to Canelo and not show fear. and really execute everything that you've been doing in training camp. You need to not waver just because you see this guy in front of you. Stand firm and, work that game plan, come off that jab and really let him know that, listen, I'm here to fight. You know what I mean? Hit him with a few, good hard shots right at the beginning just to let him know, listen, I'm here to fight. You got to try to gain that respect early from Canelo. If not, Canelo's going to try to play with him all night and then finish him.
Another guy stepping up for the first time, Trevor McCumbee, stepping up against Caleb Plant, a guy that we've known at the top echelon of the game for a couple of years now. What chance do you give McCumbee on Saturday night?
I'm not sure. I don't know too much about him. Actually, I never really seen him fight. But we already know, Caleb, he comes, with a different kind of, like boxing IQ. He's going to be sharp. He's going to test him out. I mean, like I said, we're going to have to see.
Danny Garcia, Lara, a fight that could have been a main event years and years ago on its own right. What do you think about those two getting together?
I mean, that's going to be that classic boxer-puncher fight. I think it's going to be a great fight to see, man. We're going to see how Danny is going to be able to handle, Lara's movement in that Cuban style of him setting guys up to hit him with tough shots. Like Lara, even at 40 years old, I think, still looking amazing, still stopping guys, and still has great power. So I think that Danny is really going to have to get in his bag with that one. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to get in his bag with that one. I think Lara has a lot of great IQ that may make it really difficult for Danny on Saturday.
Andre, I want to ask you, we're a couple weeks out from the fight out in L.A. that we were all at, reality season, Terrence Crawford, Israel Madrimov. Talk to me about, first off, on the wings of the performance that Terrence Crawford had, a lot of people, the fight seems like between him and Canelo Alvarez has gained new life again. People are interested, people are talking about the fight. What do you think about those two guys getting together?
I think it'll be a great fight, man. I told Terrence after he beat Spence that I thought that was going to be his big fight, to have. And that fight with Madrimov, probably, had to happen in that way so it can gain some interest. Because a lot of people didn't think he'd look, spectacular. But at the end of the day, he's moving up to a whole new weight class, fighting a very strong, sturdy guy. He still put on a great performance to me. Of course, it was a close fight, but now fights like that gain interest now. Because after coming, off of a fight like that with Earl Spence and looking so dominant, some people, they get like this. But once you get into another fight where you look like you might be normal, then they might try it. So, I think it was a great fight for Terrence Crawford, and like I said, we'll see if the fight happens.
A lot of banging on the inside with what we'll get done here. Marcus Hayes with Fight Hub with my guy, Andre Berto. Andre, as always, appreciate your time, bro.
Always good, man.